We're back up. I'll wait for everybody to get back in here. And hello, folks watching afterwards on YouTube or something. The stream archive. Hi everybody, just let me know in the chat once you're reconnected, and then we'll get underway. All right. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to another WAD Wednesday, where I pick a completely random user-created Doom level from the id Games archive here, and we play through it, and I talk about it. And we never know what we're going to get. I want to apologize for last time, because not only did we have like technical problems, like my home internet connection went up and down, but I feel like we also, we also kind of fumbled around. You know, like there was that thing. The first level that we played was like fine, and then there was that heretic thing. But I didn't figure out that it was a heretic WAD until way late in, and then at the end we played like a Terry WAD. So like. And yeah, like I'm definitely instituting a no Terry WADs policy and a no heretic unless people can convince me to make an exception. Heretic's not terrible, but yeah. Before we get started, I wanted to like toot my own horn a little and just put a plug in for something. I put up a page on my website, vectorpoem.com. A little subpage specifically for all of the Doom stuff that I've made. Including like the Arcadia demake that I made all the way back in 2010, and the thing that I'm working on right now, autobiographical architecture. But yeah, I figured I realized that I had enough of this stuff now that a dedicated page would be pretty cool. So check that out. You know, like some of this stuff like I might have posted about on Twitter like a long time ago, like the little weaponless player thing and the Doom Weapons and Heretic thing. And then the two more recent things are Keymaster and Tourism Deluxe. Basically, I was just like learning ZScript, which is the super powerful, new-ish way to script gameplay in GZ Doom, in like modern, recent versions of GZ Doom. There's an annoying car alarm going on outside. Anyway, yeah. Man, that car alarm is just really, going off and on. So maybe that'll be our, I'll take that over stream actually going up and down. Anyway, so yeah, that's the Doom stuff on my site. Okay, well let's get underway here. Let's pick a random level. I'm going to rub the plushy Pain Elemental's head for good luck here. And hope that we get a good one. Hope that we do better than last time. Hope that car alarm that, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's annoying me certainly, can not interrupt us. Okay, I'm going to click the random file button. Deathmatch Pentagon. This is a deathmatch level, and we're only interested in single player here. Single player only to have a look. And yeah, like as much as I think that would be entertaining sometimes, we don't want to do that. Okay, big guns for Doom 2 v1.9. Okay. Medium-sized level. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a weapon mod. This is this is from 2002, and it is a level, even though the name sort of gave me the initial impression that it was a weapon mod. Okay, yeah, let's download that big gun. Oops. Okay, let's see what's in big gun. Let me okay, it's map 1. Let me just make sure that there's nothing. Okay, Doom 2 map 1. New sounds, a new sky. No new music, turn it off. Okay, I'll respect that that wish. And it doesn't look like it requires any other files or anything. And this is a Doom 2 level. This is not a Heretic level, a Hexen level, a Harmony, whatever. Can't hear the car alarm. Okay, well that's good actually. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's jump in with Big Gun here. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. That almost feels like a weird reference to the Doom comic. I don't know, but I appreciate the author's inclusion of hand-drawn art. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's jump in here. Are y'all hearing the game audio correctly? Yeah, I think that's working correctly. And actually, yeah, I'm going to let's turn off the music as the author requested. All right, so we're in this fairly darkish corridor with some damaged floor sector detailing, and we got these first few enemies here just with a pistol. And when I fired my pistol, I heard a bunch of imps aggro what sounds like... Okay, I'm a bit quiet. Well, yeah, I don't necessarily know how to fix that from here. I don't know if... And it's been the same that it's been. Okay, wow, alright. What am I supposed to do here? I've got like 3 Hell Knights bearing down on me. Bearing down on me. Not quite. They're just gonna corner me. How do I get out of this? Okay, yeah, I got completely schooled. Geez, alright. Oh, but I have a rocket launcher. Yeah, okay. So I guess what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to use... I can just take these guys out with the pistol. And then I've got rockets. Cool. Okay, yeah, actually they give us tons of rockets, and I'm a fool for not realizing that. Okay, and actually I'm also going to turn off the monster count, because even though I saw that there are 512 enemies on here, so yeah, this probably be a pretty epic level here. This might take the whole time to play through. Oh my goodness. Jeez, okay. Wow, this is... And yeah, I let them get too close to me. Yeah. Okay, so the only real weapon of substance that I have right now is the rocket launcher. And it's putting us in very close range with all of these jerks. So this should be interesting. All right, I can clear a little spot there. Does that help me? Now I've got kind of a choke point. Alright, so this level just has a very particular order of operations here where, like, you really don't want to let them... Okay, and I killed myself again because... Very close quarters. Oh dear. Jeez, oh man. Yeah, so they've really got me backed into this one little corner here. Yeah, lost souls are not the thing that you want to see when you've only got a rocket launcher. Because they'll jump at you. Ah, jeez. Yeah, so... It's definitely challenging, but I don't really like how... This WAD is sort of forcing me to, like, you know, play in the most conservative way possible. Where you just kind of, like, dig in. Yeah, it's like making me dig in and, you know, just take advantage of choke points and, you know, so that I can just filter everybody through. I mean, like, that's valid here, but I'm really hoping that this level opens up. It reminds me actually kind of the original DOS Syndicate. Like, choke points were really critical in that game because, like, enemies would be coming from every direction, and your ability to deal with them is even less than, like, a first-person shooter, mostly. Okay, cool. I've got some goodies here. Being rewarded. Okay, and there's a ton of revenants. And probably a demon coming up behind me. Maybe not. Whole bunch of revenants. Yep. And yeah, enemies are warping in behind me, so that's a fun challenge factor. And I am definitely taking some damage here. Without any armor, I'm just kind of like, I'm shedding all of that health that I got pretty quickly. Okay, yeah, the author is continuing to love throwing like Lost Souls into the mix here. Okay. So yeah, this level is really like kind of unfolding. You know, previously closed hallways and stuff are now opening up to reveal further. There's monster closets within monster closets, as you might call the pattern. Okay, I'm staying on top of this. I am only playing on Hurt Me Plenty. That's kind of my default here. Cool. Alright, and here's the super shoddy. So now we've got a much more effective... Okay, and there's an archvile. I really don't want him to resurrect any of these barons. Got him. Cool. Okay, yeah, and this does appear to be kind of opening up. Knock on wood. Yeah, alright. Ton of imps over there, just a large crowd of them. Not a problem, given how many rockets that I've got. Yeah, they're really handing out rockets like candy here. And yeah, I kind of want to just like soften up that dense... Oh dear. And now I'm out of shotgun ammo. Yep, okay, this is not good. I have to do something about this. Nope. Okay, and there's also that BFG leg down there, but I don't necessarily know how I get there at the moment. You jerk. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this level is definitely kind of on the dark side so far. Okay. Replacement shotgun super shotgun reload sound, which is kind of interesting. Not many people replace that one. Yeah, this level's just really making me think about choke points a lot, you know, just bottlenecks. Are those demons down there? Yeah, okay, they are. Okay. Alright, so I've come through that. Take these guys out. Yeah, I really want that BFG. It feels like it's going to be important. And there's just a ton of dead imps. Rockets continue to be the main type of gun candy that's getting handed out. That's fine. Alright, let's just scoop up some of these armors. Yeah, sure. Oh goodness. Yeah, I definitely should have known that that was kicking the hornet's nest. Basically, that was foolish. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that killed me. Yeah, this is tough so far. Jeez, oh man. Jeez. Alright, there's some revenants coming up here. Ah! Yeah, I have no... God. Making me deal with this stuff using only... Alright, maybe this time if I just waste these guys. proving marginally more... Okay, alright. Yeah, once again, a choke... Finding the right choke point, I think, is definitely one of the little tactical challenges it's throwing at us here. The use of... cool, alright, so yeah, we're making some headway here. The use of melee or, like, enemies that get close to you, like demons and lost souls, is definitely feeling very intentional here. And I think it's good. Like, it's... not a lot of WADs I've played have done this thing where they only give you the rocket launcher, basically. So that's... so it's definitely, like, putting a different, more explicit kind of pressure to not engage at close range on me here. I'm going to turn up the gamma just a little bit, just because it's a little hard for me to see here. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. I don't feel like I'm washing out the author's intended... Whoa, hi! One more little mancubus just straggling in. Okay. Yeah. Where did you come from? There's so many dead enemies around here that letting an archvile run, have the run of the place for any length of time is a very scary thought. So definitely don't want to do that. Oh, okay, right. All right, that was actually totally crit path. I wasn't just backtracking to feed myself. Okay, now the door is locked behind here. I have just a tiny bit of shotgun ammo. Enough that it, like, that I'm not just forced to kill myself if something gets too close to me. I hear a lost soul. Again, not interested in fighting lost souls right now. Tons of mancubi coming up. Okay. So yeah, like this is I wouldn't say that this is quite a slaughter map. It's just like it's a series of very, like, I don't know, maybe it is maybe there's a much more specific definition of a slaughter map, but my understanding of a slaughter map is like there's a whole bunch of enemies and they're kind of dumped on you all at once and you're just always managing huge crowds in a very open sort of environment. And this feels more like, you know, these engagements are like, they're relatively okay, and there's a ton of arachnotrons in the distance. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is just ramping up to being a slaughter map ultimately. Yeah, it probably is. Like this outdoor area with just tons of different herds of enemies is definitely getting what I understand to be the slaughter map design pattern. But yeah, I still can't get back out there. Hey, buddy. Alright, back to the problem at hand. 90 billion arachnotrons. Some Revenant snipers that I am not even really aware of where they are. And yeah, once again, my health has really gotten worn down. Theoretically, I could be using infighting to my advantage a lot more here. Yeah, like... Alright, then we've got all these jerks. I'm actually starting to run low on rockets. Still can't tell where those dang Revenant missiles are coming from. Yeah, I've probably been wasting my shots a little bit here. Okay, and now we're down to 5 rockets, so I think it's time to find a new... Okay, and then I get killed. Dang, this is rough. Alright, come on, can't you infight a little there? Ow. Almost dead again. There you go. Mancubi are, like, pretty ideal for getting them to infight because they shoot tons of very large projectiles, so their ability to blanket other types of enemies with damage is very high, and so, yeah, that's why they're good. We're getting the old infighting. Oh, jeez. Walked right into that. Okay. Yeah, that's one thing about slaughter maps is that, like, I don't know how, like, unless you're just incredibly elite, I don't know how you don't just save scum them, you know? Like, you jump out into a big open area and run around like a fool, and then, you know, if you survive, you quick save again, and then you just repeat that, you know? Whereas, I don't know, I don't like writing save games. I think that's a boring, sad way to play. Yeah, this is a good illustration of, like, that level design principle where if you don't give people a foothold deeper into the room or let them run around, really, then they're just going to, like, they're just going to live in the doorway, basically. Yeah, I mean, in this case, I was actually able to do so I'm not necessarily... Oh, jeez. Alright, yeah, this is a full-on slaughter map situation here. And, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to make it. This is a BFG situation, and I don't have a BFG. Maybe I should. Jeez, yeah, alright, I'm probably screwed here. My rate of damaging these clowns is not going to outpace their ability to close with me. Yep. Ah, man, okay. Alright, alright. Alright, if I can avoid triggering that big nest of barons, then I think I've got a chance here at, like, just picking off everybody here. Okay, so now I can work on those imps from this position. Not that the imps are my biggest worry here, but, like... Okay. And now we've got these... Yeah, there's only 2 of these left. Ish. And yeah, I'm really hugging this. Okay. Alright, and let's also do something about these jerks. I assume that they're in there. Yes. Okay, I heard the bones. Okay. Whew. Okay. Nuclear Potatoes says, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to strafe run across the BFG to back in the other room. Yeah, it didn't, like, that looked like too great a distance, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong there. And am I just screwed now that I don't, like, since I passed up the opportunity to get the BFG, am I just boned now? I don't know. I'm assuming I'll get back up there at some point, but yeah. Okay, now I feel like I can safely trip these guys. I mean, I guess I might as well just collect all of this ammo if they're letting me just do so. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to get another identically sized horde of these guys coming up behind me. So I've really got to make some good headway. Yep, and there they come. Now I've whittled them down enough that I can move around that crowd. Now I'm going to have a ton of projectiles coming this way and that I've got to dodge. I'm going to look into making an opening on the left side here. Maybe I picked the wrong side. Damn it, okay. Okay, whew. Well, yeah, that wasn't very gracefully done, but I did survive. Alright. These guys are just meat walls. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, we're making progress here. What did that do? Okay, it opened up another thing. Paint elementals, cool. All the cool guys that you love to fight with your rocket launcher. Although at this point, yeah, this is absolutely a super shoddy. Yeah, a habit that I've just kind of always kept from my old Doom, from my original Doom playing days, is just always, like, give paint elementals a very high priority, just because they just compound your problems if you let them, if you give them time to. Okay, there's another BFG down there, so... yeah. Cool. Alright, I see a Revenant. How about I just kill you right now? Oh, I see you want to be down there, don't you? Got him. Whoop! Another Revenant. Dang it. I really need health. More rockets are good. I'll probably use those. These probably have somebody's name inscribed on them. I'm just assuming that that BFG is a trap. That BFG is going to just absolutely dump enemies on me. No, it's fine. Just have it. Just have the BFG. This switch, though, right? Huh? Maybe not. Okay. And I'll bet that opened up. Yeah, okay, that opened up a door there. All right, now we're in business, because now we've got the BFG. We can really do some crowd control here. Oh, cool, and we're back. Okay. Is there another dang... Alright, now they're pouring on the Revenants. They're like, you've got... Yeah, he punched me. Okay, dang it. Alright, we're just using up all of our BFG candy here. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, see, that doorway that I got them in, I knew that, like, if I relinquished that foothold, then I would regret it, you know? And sure enough, I did have a much easier time managing them. Alright, I'm doing something that's a little bit like the silent BFG trick, though not for the reasons that it's silent, just for the reasons that I don't want to expose myself to Revenant fire if I don't have to. Got him? Okay, alright. Well, yeah, that goes to show those 3 tries at that bit, like, definitely go to show what advanced knowledge will do for you. 'Cause, oh, hello. You're just a straggler? Alright, cool. That was pretty good melee dancing with the Revenant there. Got him to take a swing at me. Yeah. For those unfamiliar, the silent BFG trick is an old multiplayer thing from like old versions of Doom, where if you like Doom used to be like DOS Doom was very limited in the number of sound channels it could play simultaneously just because of like old Sound Blaster limits, and so people figured out in Deathmatch that if you normally the BFG, one of the balancing factors of it in multiplayer is that it makes a very loud sound, a very loud, very long sound. That lets people know that it's firing, and they might have like a split second to take cover. Whereas people figured out a way around that by just being behind a wall and then hitting use, and it plays the sound when you use the wall. And so if you fire the BFG while that sound is still playing, you effectively get a silent BFG shot. So you do that, and then you come right out, and people, your opponent sees a BFG ball that with absolutely no warning hurtling towards them, and then they're probably dead. In this case, I was just using it, like I said, to avoid exposing myself to Revenant fire as little as possible, because their rockets move pretty darn quick. Okay, so cool. Yeah, and I do like how, as the chat is saying, I do like how it led us back into our starting area. That was cool. It was a good, remember this really tight close quarters thing? Doesn't it, suck to fight in super close quarters, with your bigger arsenal? Okay, so we're moving on, and there is a cyber demon. And I don't know how I'm gonna really. I mean, I've got a BFG, so I could just peekaboo him. Yes, the BFG does do damage with line of sight. It's actually a very complicated, trace-based damage routine. Yeah, like the projectile flies and then it sends out traces that deal damage. If you web search for the BFG FAQ, there's a document online that explains how it works in very intricate detail. Okay, if I try to cheese that guy through that little gap there, I will get a rocket in the face for my troubles. Okay, alright. Well, that was all of my BFG ammo, so I hope I made the right tactical trade-off there. Yeah, I think I did, because they just completely topped me off with goodness. Cool. Yeah, cool. This is, because, yeah, on WAD Wednesdays, we haven't really had, an ultra-challenging sort of map yet, and I hope I'm doing it okay. Good job. You got me, designer, with the crushing ceiling while I was busy fighting those guys. Nice. I appreciate that. Okay, so I hit this switch, and how do I get out of here once it must open up some other door. Yes. How do I get out of here? Oh, okay, I can be in here. All right, that works. I'm safe. But then I run out of... It takes up my dodging space. So that's cool. Alright. I dig it. Yeah, I mean... There's a billion unfun varieties of challenging level. And I feel like this level is managing to hit good notes so far as just the sort of... how it's communicating what the challenge is and how to, the options that it gives you for circumventing it. I've got a bit of a puzzle here because I really don't know how to get out of this room. Feel yourself press up against the wall to keep away from that. Yeah, how do I get out of here? This is, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Cool. There's just a lift. That's all, and I hear a bunch of angry revenants. But yeah, and I think I'm going to have to go have them meet my new BFG. Hey, guys. I shouldn't gender Doom's enemies, could be it is a skeleton of fairly indeterminate gender, I would say. Okay, there's just a bunch of, this is kind of weird, Okay. Alright, yeah, so that was just a weird little pile of enemies that I could... I feel like I had a much easier time taking all those guys out. I could basically just fire down into them, so almost leaves me almost feeling like I sort of cheesed it, but whatever. Is there any more BFG ammo? Because, yeah, I feel like it's really asking me to use that a lot, and I'm running pretty low. Oh yeah, maybe we can go back and test that theory about the BFG being jumpable. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, I can walk up here. All right, cool. Dope. But I'm bad at jumping. The flaw in that plan is that I am bad at jumping. Where's that imp? I heard it. I hear ya. Okay. Alright, yeah. Is there a spot that this is like slightly closer to, maybe? Yeah, because it is a little asymmetrical. Okay, yeah. Alright, so maybe I can jump onto it from here. Yes! Excellent. Nice. Alright, so yeah, that was a pretty cool little challenge too. Like, I kind of measured the distances in the auto map to determine that one of those gaps was slightly shorter. The posthumous Revenant blast. Always a favorite. Wow, this hurt floor is really hurty. Depending on what source port this was made for, you might not have been supposed to use free look there. That is quite possible. Yes, there are situations where I don't think the README specified, but yeah, no, I'm sure that sometimes I cheese a given WAD thing because of wait a minute, because I use free look. I am not very good about that. Okay, so we're back here. I don't know, like I was really just sort of doubling back because I knew that there would be some goodies. What does that do? I must have already hit that. No secrets in this map. Which is kind of a bummer. Where'd you go? Alright, pretty manageable quantity of flying enemies here. I'm hearing a lot of, are those demon idol noises, maybe? No chain gun yet. Just take those guys out. I don't want to... Got him. Boosh. Oh yeah, that building did have flames on its roof. Yeah, that's nice. And yeah, there's like yellow skull keys up there. I don't know if they're signifying something, but yeah, that's the burning barrel decoration just recessed into a little sector, so that you can only see the top part of it, the flame part. It's a nice little detail. There's been many WADs have used that, and it's good. Okay, Spider Mastermind, sounds like. Okay, so what's going on? Where's this enemy party that we're, jeez, it's just a bunch of jerks. I'm running... I don't want to, like, use up all of my shoddy ammo. See, they made me do something foolish. Custom rocket flying sound, I think. Okay, so it's just, yeah, I see. It's just flyer party for a while. Are those all coming from a pain elemental? Because if so, that's a distressing situation. Don't really want to let that continue unabated. I would like to abate that. Yeah, I have not checked if, I mean, there have definitely been some pain elementals on this map. So that original 512 figure has not, has definitely moved so far. Yeah, I mean, pain elementals only dump out lost souls if they can see you and are attacked. Like, that's their attack, so it's not like a pain elemental will just, like, be spawning lost souls ambiently. Again, I've had 2 health this whole time, so that's cool. Good times. Hello. Where'd you come from? Where are y'all coming from? Alright. This is especially exciting with 2 health. Going on a 2 hit point rampage here. Cool. Anything down here? I don't think there's anything down here that I failed to scoop up. Yeah, every time I thought I've been doubling back, it's actually just like spawned in a bunch more enemies, so... Ah, jeez. Fight him. Okay, you're not gonna. Even though that Kako totally just beamed you in the back of the head, you're not gonna fight. I see. Okay. I kind of think that the way forward is actually back through here. Maybe? Maybe not. Definitely take more rocket ammo. And actually, yeah, I could use that shotgun ammo. Like, yeah, I hope y'all won't begrudge me this slight backtrack here just to replenish my ammo. Wait, how did I get out of here? Okay, there we go. So, yeah, what's the way forward here? I thought for sure this was going to open up, but no, yeah, it's like it's jammed into into the previous part of the level. Well, okay, and this part is completely disconnected from this part. Yeah, I feel like eventually I need to go across that moat there, where those arachnotrons were, but I don't really know how to get there. Alright, let's go back around and see if we can figure that out. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. Like, this is, you know, yeah, this is like legit challenge. Like, you know, definitely some hard punches to the throat, but, you know, it's learnable. And if my skills were greater, then I could almost certainly do a better job first time round. Oh, look at that. I didn't notice that soul sphere. Gosh, I wish my health was higher for when I scoop up that soul sphere, because this way it's just going to give me 112 health, and I would much prefer it give me 200. I don't know. I don't care. Don't care. Oh, I see. Actually, yeah, that way has opened up. I don't go across the moat. I go through it. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Alright, a very not fun spider mastermind. Jeez, Pete. Come on, dude. Okay. Now I just have 90 billion arch files to worry about. Why are they not attacking? I guess maybe I'm outside of there. Okay. Okay, whew. One of them got a piece of me. And they're pretty hard to hit with rockets, because they run around a lot. Just barely missed his damage trace. Cool. Okay, is this the exit? Sweet. Are we at the end here? Let's see. Does the... Okay, the map does not show the kill counts. Oh, I thought the auto map did. Okay, yes it does. Okay, yeah, and there's all but one enemy left, and I've gotten all but 2 items. So yeah, I think that's about it for this level. Gosh, now I'm curious as to what that one enemy might be. Is this indeed the exit, or is it... Oh! Yes! Good job! Is that escapable in any way? No, okay, it is. It is. That was a real good, you think it's the end of the horror movie, you know, but it's not actually. Alright, that was the 521st enemy. And awesome. I love it. Yeah, so that must be the real... Yes, that is the real exit. And now we're back in Underhalls. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, yeah, this was a relatively... Like, this whole level is not actually very large, considering how many enemies it has. But yeah, that Baron just... Just not the... It's the opposite of Welcome to Earth. You're leaving Earth, and just... You get punched to sort of give you a good send-off. I am sort of curious as to where those 2 items were, like, because while this map has 0 secrets, I feel like it did have some secret-y type things. By the way, yeah, in GZ Doom, if you type IDDT twice, when you have, I love this option. I only discovered it recently. Auto map, show things as sprites. And it will just show everything on the map in its current like frame of animation, which is really awesome. I mean, it's a cheat, so you know you can use it to just sort of like, you know, to just straight up cheat and find out where living enemies are. But yeah, I really love this for just like getting a view. Yeah, you can see just this gigantic, disgusting pepperoni pizza of monsters that we've just killed here. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so, Cheese. It some of like in the early level, it did sort of give me the impression of being cheap, but I think actually it was, I think it was actually like being pretty honest and about its challenge. You know, like, I mean, that thing with the Baron at the end is sort of a cheap shot, but it is avoidable. Those platforms with the imps have like invisibility power-ups there, and they're kind of floating up in the air, so I don't even know necessarily if... Oh yeah, it's in like a weird tall sector. So this is honestly probably just for decoration. Is this like a giant like goofy face? It almost works if the invisibility power-ups are like a face or something. Sort of. Pareidolia. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you were really meant to get up here. This just seems, yeah, because you can see out of the map from up here, so it just doesn't seem intended. So yeah, we got all the items as well. Cool. Well, yeah, I think it probably is. I would call this map thoughtfully made. Like, go out of no clip. What's the sideways M near the end? What is the sideways M? Oh, in IDDT here? Oh yeah, that is almost certainly this little room, this dark room with the sort of like, yeah, with the diagonal lines in it. That's a monster teleport holding area. You'll see these even in the original id maps and stuff. Yeah, when you want monsters to teleport in Doom, you put them off in a little room. And you create some sort of little sound pipe that lets them, or you give them the same sector tag as a sector that is in the map, and so then the sound of you firing the weapon alerts them, and then either immediately or at some point later you open up a door or something. But either way, like those lines, those diagonal lines are monster only teleport triggers. So monsters, as soon as monsters are just sitting in that room idling, but then as soon as they get activated and or can have a door open so that they can reach the teleport lines, they travel across them and then they teleport into wherever, to the place in the level. So anytime in Doom, like when you see a monster teleport ambush, like you walk into an area and just monsters just start teleporting in, that's how that was done. I mean, with modern scripting, you can do it in a different way, but you know, there's more direct ways where you can just beam them directly. But people still use that expedient a lot because it is pretty simple to set up and use. You know, I mean, that's basically like make one new sector, place it the right way. Tuning ambushes like this, you know, because you're down to like the vagaries of like how the monsters move around and jostle for position and groups and all that kind of stuff. So if you want like very specific behavior, it can get a little tough to do monster teleport ambushes that way. But yeah, cool. Well, yeah, I think I'll take a little screenshot here just to show the big mess that we made. But yeah, I feel like that was a pretty good map. Let's see. Okay, this was I didn't mention the author's name at the beginning, but I should have. The author's name is Gregory Dick. And this was Big Guns for Doom 2. Advanced port not required. So yeah, I guess, yeah, it probably was expecting vanilla Dooms, but I don't feel like I cheated it too badly here. And yes, Cheese, like that little room only shows up with the map cheat because you can't see, like, it only auto maps. Normally the auto map only shows rooms that you've seen into, whereas you can't see into that without cheating. So yeah, IDDT, in addition to revealing the entire, like, in addition to like showing the monster locations like that, it shows the entire map. Yeah, it's an old. Yeah, so let's see, it's been like 50 minutes, and I don't know. I could do another one. How are y'all feeling? Like, I could do another one, and if it's another big, long 50-minute thing, then, I mean, I guess I don't have much of a way of knowing going in, but if there was a short thing, that would almost be ideal. And I do like pressing that random button. Okay, yeah, let's do one more. All it takes is one person in the chat to say one more, and I'll do it. Okay, alright, it looks like this is a 1995 map for Doom 2 by Big Tiger. My first Doom 2 WAD. Play it, love it, hate it, go play other WADs. Okay, there's a certain amount of pugnacious humility being displayed here. Okay, yeah, it's map 1, single player, no other... All right, they're complaining about the lack of documentation for their editor here, so that's cute. Okay, and this is just called Right. So yeah, let's jump into Right by Big Tiger. Cool. All right. I don't think there's anything more to it than that. Let's jump in. Cool. Let's do map 1 here. I'm gonna see if they're this. Nope, it's just the classic music. Okay. All right, we got the super shoddy straight away, Revenant straight away. So we've got a lot of problems to deal with here. No, I don't want to pick up the single barrel shotgun after I've already got the super shoddy. Okay. So we got a tough little group of dudes right there. Got like sort of a little flower-shaped room. All right, this looks like a teleporter. It's a misaligned elevator, teleporter rather, floor texture. Whole bunch of shotgunners here, so probably got to pay attention to them. Okay. So I mean, this is like, you know, this is a 1990. This map is from 1995, and this geo is basic, I would say, but not like, well, yeah, they're using, this texture is normally intended to like have a transparency where it shows through to what's behind it. When you use it just as a one-sided wall texture, though, it just, the transparent part just shows up black. So, yeah, like, this is at least kind of an interesting shape, you know, this isn't just square off corridors, so that's cool. Alright, we've got an assortment of enemies in here. This is kind of a nice like cool down after like the intense brutal challenge of the last one. It's just like, okay, yeah, this is someone's first WAD, you know, they're learning the ropes here. Okay, there's a chain gunner. My issue with this area has been that I was about to say that it is boringly lit, like a drugstore, but actually, I like that you can turn out the light. I don't know, was it good that I turned out the light? Probably not. I probably just made things a lot harder for myself, actually. Hold on, I want... And this is probably not going to toggle the lights. Yeah, they're not going to toggle the lights back on. Okay, I guess I'm just fighting these guys in the dark now. Let's do it. Oh, hi there. Oh man, is this a Spectre in the dark? Really? Spectre in the dark. Okay, and there's a bright little doorway here. Well, this is tough. Yeah, I want that health. Okay, can't get through here. That's a yellow key door. That is... Okay, turn the lights back on. Oh, nice! Alright, yeah, that was some level design right there. You know, there was... Yeah. Okay, cool. I still don't... If that entire thing was just optional, then that's a little bit unfortunate, but I don't know. I also like just letting players kind of blunder into that. Alright, Mancubus. Up in the stakes here. Hi. Please don't spawn any more lost souls. Thank you. There you go. Fight your little wars. These, oh, it's an Ankh. How adorable. Yeah, so some nice little sector work here. An Ankh traced out with these lines. These are all of these textures in here are very episode 2. And yeah, it's just kind of a weird, like, this is fairly abstract so far. Like, there's not really much of any like fiction for the space, and yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's cool. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of little low-level jerks here, and some more powerful lords up on that pedestal there. Oh wow, nice! And I took him out. And yeah, I'm really doing fine for resources and stuff here. Oh, okay, I teleported up there, and I got the yellow key, and I released a bunch of demons. So yeah, like that's a... Yeah, that's cool. I like this being sort of a big busy area that you can't see all of and you don't know how far back it goes. Some of Romero's Doom 2 maps did that kind of stuff well, you know, where you're just like, this is essentially outdoors and I can't really be sure that I've cleared out threats. If you get the Ankh and then die in the ice caves near the Moai head, you can get to the Golden Temple. Yeah, any way that people can figure out to merge Spelunky and Doom, I am 100% down for. I think that would be just an absolutely magical combination. Maybe I should make that. I don't know. It would really require some thought, though. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, cool. And there's some armor, too. All right. I think I have now just completely stripped all of the goodies out of this room, so that's cool. This little teleport texture misalignment here happens because you can't align textures. You can't nudge textures around on the alignment grid for floors and ceilings in vanilla Doom, and so you just kind of end up like with wherever that 64 by 64 teleporter pad is, that's just where the texture is. And like if you're an experienced mapper, then you sort of know to like, okay, I'm going to just plan so that my teleporter pad always sits on that grid. Or if you use a modern engine, then you can, you know, you can just nudge it over. But it's not, it's a totally inconsequential nitpick really for, you know, but it's one of those, if it's your first map, then know that this is how you fix this, and then so you can be clever about it in the future. Hi. And could we get through here? No, we couldn't get through here. This was the previously dark area. Oh, and hey, this is a... Alright, that was just some little unturned monster closet. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on exactly the critical path here. And there's a whole bunch of shotgunners in a very unusual looking room that I have to kind of step up to reach. Yeah, like in 1995, it's easy, you know, when people dump on 1995 maps, it's easy to forget, if you're still making Doom maps, just how primitive a lot of the editors were back then. Because yeah, like stuff like this, you know, when you only have a top-down view in the editor, it's sort of easy to. I mean, on the other hand, this sector has had like, it's got a blinking light thing, and a nukage floor. Does it actually damage? No. Okay. Anyway, yeah, like, you know, this room looks super weird, but I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that that was, you know, just intentional, just being intentionally weird. You do you, big tiger. Jeez, this is a rough room. I really did not have much room at all to deal with those to deal with these demons. That was kind of rough. What did that just do? Oh, hello. It opened up a little closet of imps. It's a spacious walk-in, as closets go, let's say, with a nice pentagrams drawn on what I assume is human skin. That's always a good. That's my Doom interior decorating commentary. Okay, and there really was nothing else in here except this, yeah. Oh, it teleports you back into there. Oh, hello. There's a Hell Knight in a room full of little guys. Woo! Okay, pretty easy to deal with all these guys. Definitely want that shotgun ammo now. Let me catch up on the chat here. Feels like mappers have a lot more resources and culture and craft to unconsciously lean on today too. That's absolutely true. Yeah, like in 1995, I mean, you really just had like whatever user-made WADs you'd managed to download off of the BBS, and then the original id maps, which, you know, were kind of all over the place in terms of just like how their design language and stuff like that. So yeah, no, that's absolutely true. And then obviously, yes, as another person says, like the tools are, yeah, like GZ Doom Builder is just, you know, and even Slade really are like light years ahead of. Just having a 3D preview is completely transformative because all of a sudden everything is WYSIWYG. Whoa! Okay. This is a room with all of the enemies in it. Am I going to die? I don't know. There's a lot of chain gunners in here too, and that's super bad. Oh jeez, this is bad. This is bad. Ah, jeez, not more. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give all of that tasty plasma gun ammo that they were handing out here Don't want the mancubus. Almost dead. Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez, the Hell Knight got me. Well, I feel like I did pretty good there. Man, so that Megasphere really was a hint, huh? It's like, hey, buddy. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Alright, priority 1 is the Archvile. Oh, jeez. I can't even see what I'm doing. Yes, that's correct. Romero, yeah, described the original Doom editing setup. They would Doom was a application that only ran on Next Step workstations. So they would have their editor open on that, and then they would have a DOS PC right next to it. And then basically they would be able to like reload their levels like, you know, after every change, and it would be pushed across the network. And there was actually a hack in the vanilla DOS executable that allowed you to, I think, reload a WAD without relaunching the game. So that's actually like, you know, for 1993, that was a dynamite workflow, just because they realized that they would get such a huge productivity gain out of it. So yeah. Okay, let's try this again. No! Archvile immediately killing me. Alright. Alright, I think I can do this. Anything that I said earlier about this being a nice, like, cooldown from the previous level, I take it all back. This is this is just dang it. Jeez, man. Okay. Jeez. Ah, man. Yes, this is definitely a put every enemy in one room situation. Jeez. Yeah. This is so, you know, compared to the previous level, which was when it would dump enemies on you, it was typically like in a really like well-communicated way. Whereas this is just this room is just a gigantic combat salad, where like, and it's highly random. You'll notice that like it's turned out really differently each time, depending on whether, like, really a huge amount comes down to whether that Archvile gets that first shot off on me, you know, and that's down to like, does somebody wing the Archvile and then he starts attacking, you know, that other enemy. So yeah, like this is a much more, even though it is also just a bunch of enemies in a room, huge amount of variability here. Where did the Archvile go? Did it die? I don't even know. I can't even see. I'm assuming because I'm not getting set on fire constantly here that... Okay. I am going to save because I got a foothold and I don't want to give it up. Don't want to have to replay that because it is so random. Hoo-wee. Alright. And now I've mainly just got stragglers here. Much easier to deal with. Whew, yeah. Yeah, so, right. So that's an example of a very... it's challenging, but it's way more random, and you kind of get the sense for how random it is as you replay it more and more. And that's not so good. I mean, I think that's, you know, it's almost surprisingly well balanced for how, you know, given that this was someone's first WAD, but yeah, it's kind of rough. So yeah, Man, okay, I'm going to take a breather. I'm going to jump into this. Where did this take us? Oh, and now we're just back here. There was a blue key door in there, so I really want to find the blue key now. Yeah, this was just a room of death. Just utter death. Did I just miss? Is the blue key actually in here somewhere? And I just... Yeah, and there's nothing marked as a secret, but I do need a blue key for that. Is it hidden under someone who's dead or something? Yeah, that's baffling. This room is also just ugly. It's just like, yeah, bleeding wall, 3 bleeding walls, and then a Startan wall. Startan's the name of the texture. And then a bunch of these pillars, because you can see enemies over them, but they block your shots, so don't use the rocket launcher. Yeah, okay, no, I guess I was just meant to go into that room and get hurt real bad. Okay, so now where do I go? Is there anything back in here? Back this way? Have I been in here? I have not. Okay. Big, thick door. Just thick, juicy door slab. Okay, we got some demons coming in. Good times. Alright. That was pretty good. Enemies coming up behind you, like that's a, you know, that's a thoughtful, like, the designer is doing something. So what's the point of this room? Like, there's 2 health kits. What? Huh, weird, okay. Did that open another useful door somewhere else? Oh, it opened this. Oh, which has the blue key. There we go. Question answered. Okay, this is all, there's a method to this madness. And where was this? Yeah, it's through here. Yeah, this hallway is just so homogeneous that it's very easy to get turned around in it. Just same texture, even lighting, only one little lamp fixture for a landmark. There's probably some other dropped shotguns here. I don't know. I don't care. Some sort of carnage room. And is this the exit, or just felt like using a particular door? Well, hello. Good old knife fight in a phone booth sort of situation there with the Hell Knight. Alright, some arachnotrons that can't really do much because of where they are. Stop it. Ow. Returning fire, returning plasma fire with an arachnotron is always kind of a dodgy proposition, because this is a cool Doom design nuance here. The plasma gun takes up more of your view as you're firing it than, you know, just as I stream it out there. Like, the gun itself puts off like a big muzzle flash, and then the projectiles themselves are like relatively large sprites. And so your visibility while of enemies, of what you're firing at with it, is actually way lower, you know, compared to here, where it's like I can pretty much always see exactly what I'm firing at here. Even though this, you know, this gun is relatively large visually. Yeah, and so the plasma gun is you know, its power is a little bit balanced. I mean, it's still just a very strong weapon in a lot of cases, but yeah, I've always liked that balancing factor of it. I believe the Aliens TC back in the day replaced it with, or some mod like from that era, it replaced the plasma bolt with just like a tiny little like couple of pixels like energy bead or something, and it made that weapon a lot more powerful without changing its rate of fire or damage at all. So that's a cool little lesson there, you know, is like projectile size matters a lot. Okay, this is like, are they spelling something? Yo. I think they're spelling yo on the ground. This is a Y made out of health potions, and then an O. So, yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna go back and grab this soul sphere, and then I'm gonna gorf all of these, and that brings me up to the item total. Okay, there's like a hell inferno room kind of thing here. Infighting? There y'all are. I'll take that plasma. Cool. Yeah, I do like this texture just as a, I mean, it's, using it here is definitely just kind of weird. It's like, okay, it's a spaghetti floor hell room with tech lights. But yeah, it's a good one. It's used to good effect in episode 3 and such inspired places. Hi, buddy. Alright, I feel like we're probably getting to the end here. There wasn't an obvious exit sign that I missed here, right? Okay, is this the exit? It was the exit. And I got completely 100% secrets on that, so, or 100% items and kills on that, so that really was the very end of the level. So yeah, let's step back and just take a look here. I'm gonna turn on the monsters thing just so we can see, again, the mess that we made. Yeah, there was that one really hard room. Yeah. So I mean, for someone's first WAD, like this was cool. Like there was some definitely like intentional design stuff. They were trying out different like themes and stuff. This is actually similar to like the very first level that I ever made, just in terms of how it like basically every room it changes. It's very room hallway room, and it kind of changes themes it changes texturing themes every room. Yeah, so you know, I think that's just a thing that you do when you're starting out. It's got some angled walls. Everything's pretty on the 90-degree orthogonal grid type thing, but you know, like especially if you're working with a 1995 editor. Yeah. The construction of this level is very like there's rooms and then there's tunnel like, you know, sectors connecting those rooms, and they're kind of glued together, you know, in a relatively, you know, straightforward, simplistic fashion. Yeah. But yeah, good job with, I guess this was right.wad by Big Tiger. I love that handle. So yeah, I think that's a good one to end on. Very, very different contrast. I didn't recognize the name of the first person of the first, yeah, Gregory Dick, who, so for all I know, Gregory went on to make a whole bunch of WADs, and I should know that name. Big Tiger, I have no idea what they went on to do, but oh, they've got their 2 different email addresses posted here from back in the day when everybody had an email address with their ISP. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good showing for, you know, like and as always, Doomworld comment reviews, you've just got the complete spectrum here. I liked it, and another piece of shit, 0 out of 5. It's like, okay, yep, that's the range you get here. Yeah, so that was pretty good. We had a level that felt like it was made by a pretty experienced mapper doing some like pretty intentional like high enemy count challenge stuff. And unfolds in sort of an interesting way, and then we had like a much more, you know, first effort kind of thing that I think still managed to be kind of interesting. That one room was just brutal, but yeah. Cool. Yeah. Well, I think that's probably a good place to call it. I feel like this one went way better than last time. Yeah, I'm really glad that we bounced back from the bad stream. We didn't encounter any Terry wads. So yeah. Well, yeah, I'll be happy to call that a WAD Wednesday. Folks were saying in the chat, folks were asking if I was going to show off my an experiment that I had done recently. It's just something that I posted it on Twitter. Yeah, like I said, I was learning ZScript recently to do some stuff for autobiographical architecture, and then I got sidetracked, like making that mod Keymaster, and I made a Tourism Deluxe mod. But yeah, one of the cooler things that I figured out you could do with ZScript is you can modify sector height, floor and ceiling heights at runtime. Which means that I was able to just make a completely invert, like, this is actually, so this isn't like, I didn't open up this map in the editor and convert it or anything, and I didn't even like run the map through like a file conversion process or anything. This is just being done on level startup. It just goes through the level and inverts everything. And yeah, just because I sort of thought it would be cool, and there's a Castlevania game that does this to sort of, that's passed into legend. It's like a very surprising, dramatic twist. And yeah, I wanted to see how Doom levels would work with it. Of course, you jump down into like a raised ceiling like this, and yeah, it's cool seeing like the sky is down there, and but I was like, okay, well, what would make this actually kind of playable? And so I added this. This doesn't have any sound or visual treatment or anything right now, but when you hit Q, it just like increases your Z momentum the whole time that you're holding down Q, and it ends up feeling like gravity is acting on you the whole time. So it has kind of a nice like jetpacky sort of feel to it. So yeah, that. Once I realized that I could do this, I was like, okay, cool, yeah. And all of the items basically, much like the Castlevania equivalent. All the items just fall where they are. All the items really, like barrels and decorations and stuff like that. Where I ran into trouble, unfortunately, was in doors. Doors are zero height sectors aligned to the floor usually, and the whole flipping process did not work well with them. And every weird little hack that I tried, can you not? Oh, I guess I'm in. Yeah, okay, there we go. I was in no target mode. That's why those guys weren't attacking me. So yeah, that is unfortunate, and like I probably would have like released a rough version of this mod right now if I had been able to get doors working. But unfortunately, yeah, that is not. They are not, and I think it comes down to. There's some tech stuff that needs to happen in GZ Doom as far as like scripting support for this kind of thing before I can fully realize this concept. But yeah, until then, it does certainly look cool as heck when you're, especially a room with an interesting floor detail like this. You look up and you see that on the ceiling. So yeah, it's super neat, and I definitely, see, like this door doesn't work. That door doesn't really work. Yeah, so you just kind of have to like no-clip through them. So that's a huge bummer. And yeah, like it gets like so you can do this with any map basically. Like let's open up one of the wild outdoor maps here. Yeah, so we're running around on the sky surface here. And yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah, like if I didn't want to do stuff like add a jetpack sound and all that until I knew that like that door thing was going to get fixed, like because if it does end up just being straight up impossible, then it's like, well, I don't want to bother like polishing something that is going to have like basically a critical flaw, that prevents it from being as cool as it could be. Yeah, this is an especially weird one. This also makes you very aware. This actually kind of sucks the way that this works here, because it makes you very aware when the ceiling height is different for when sky heights are different. Like you can sort of see that like they brought Sandy Peterson brought the ceiling for this sector in very low, so that he could get the sort of like low-lying single-story building effect, but it just creates like a big, invisible wall here essentially, and I don't really know how to communicate that to the player. I mean, this mod probably is like for a do it for advanced, it's either for advanced players and or like be familiar with the level before you go in. Let's open up another. This level looks cool with it. Yeah, and then like raising and lowering floors here doesn't work correctly. Like right now, it's still telling it to like lower this floor to the nearest, but of course it doesn't. Yeah, it's all goofed up. So yeah, and then the. Actually, I'm just going to, because I don't actually want to fight enemies here. Yeah, I'm just going to jump out here. Okay. Yeah, so this is map 29, the living end, and you can pretty much instantly run right up to the level exit, because the big thing that was gating this map in its original form was just gravity, and the fact that there wasn't a viable bridge, that you had to like go all through the level and take all these things. So it definitely lets you shorten, it makes some levels otherwise very challenging levels trivially easy to complete. And I think that's fine, honestly. The whole thing with the inverted castle in Castlevania is that it's sort of like an all bets are off. Yeah, some rooms that were super easy to traverse are now super difficult, and vice versa. So I just think that's cool. It's an intentionally chaotic, bizarre mod that just does whatever. So yeah. Yes. Fraglet says yes. I am definitely, if I can fix the door thing, if I know that there is a good, robust technical solution to the door problem, then yes, my next steps would be to add a jetpack sound and then fix everything else by basically anytime it says raise floor, it would be lower ceiling, I guess, right? Or it would be raise the new floor, or whatever. So yes, there is definitely a generic conversion thing that would make the level still change shape in the same ways. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would still play really differently, but stuff wouldn't flat out break, because right now, this most levels in the game are broken by this. So yeah, that's I don't know. Yeah, I was just calling it Inverted Castle just because that was the obvious inspiration. But hopefully, yeah, there was a pull request that added some of the support for this in GZ Doom. It's a ZScript thing, I guess. And then Grafzal was like, hold off, I want to do we want to do this. There's a more correct way that involves actually interpolating sector changes. That's sort of going to be the more proper way to do that. And I think all of that is gating this weird thing that isn't necessarily related to what that feature is for. But yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on here. That's the inverted castle thing. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Also, yeah, I flip the textures. I do, I exchange the floor and ceiling textures and all that, So yeah. Anyway, that's just a little bonus mod show and tell for WAD Wednesdays here. But yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed this, and I'm gonna go continue with the rest of my day. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's been fun. I feel like we did a real good WAD Wednesday this time. But yeah, and I'll see you next week at noon Pacific time for another WAD Wednesday. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good one. Bye.